Okay, so I'm back with Dimash. I'm here. Okay, dears, I know you guys are bent out of shape. I've got a lot of messages from you guys saying you don't like Dimash anymore. I don't see Dimash on the channel anymore. I actually had a message that said I liked Fable with Dimash. I hate Traktician with no Dimash. So I'm like, okay, I get you. Message sent loud and clear. I'm starting with this one over here. I know I've got a couple of them to actually do, but I've started with this one over here purely because there's just big numbers over here, so obviously a lot of people liked it. So probably the most popular one that's been released recently, called Love's Not Over Yet. So I think it's got 2.3 million views if I'm not mistaken so far. So obviously must be 2.3 million views. So it's probably the most relevant right now. So let's do that and then we'll sort of go back. Love's Not Over Yet. Let's rock and roll. For those of you, the Traktician website is back up and running. So if you guys want to go, and I'll be there again now. If you guys want to sign up to that, it's completely free. Sign up to the site, and then you can join the crew headquarters, and we can chat there again. I'd like to get that up and running once again. So anyway, yeah. So that's links down in the description should you want to join that. But let's get into it. 7-minute video. Let's see what we got. Is that young Dimash? I hope I don't have to put a filter on this.
You're known to mix classical.
Sorry, short thing. I mean, I kind of think like that this might be a young Dimash. I'm not sure, but if you actually hear, I think it's the mother or somebody in the background over there, and it's very, very short. They kind of give you like a little Easter egg over there. Speaking of Easter, for those who celebrate Easter, it's coming up now. It's tomorrow, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But she says mix classical, so they're talking about music. So it's literally talking about sort of Dimash's style, mixing classical with the sort of more modern era, I think. But anyway, carry on. Does look like a young Dimash though.
Gone is the spring and the long summer days. Cold has set in now that you've gone away. Retracing my steps, wondering where I went wrong. I'm haunted by the words I didn't say. Searching for light, only shadows remain. Day fades to night, nothing eases the pain. I loved you like fire, but I buried the flames. I never had the courage to explain. Each time I close my eyes, I see you here with me. I won't give it all to hold you near to me, and you're always just beyond my reach. But how my arms are aching to embrace.
I think we haven't done Dimash in a while, so give me a second. I don't know what. I don't know. Anyway, you know, I sort of like primed myself doing Dimash over the years, so I kind of like was able to regulate my emotions. And for some reason, I haven't done him in a while, so all of a sudden, I don't know where this emotional response is coming from. But anyway, I think it's coming from the fact that it's actually just Dimash, and secondly, that vocal run, that that step up. Just the fluidity, the fluid motion of that step up. Also, beautiful storyline over here. You can see it's actually like love from a young age. I kind of feel like we're going to build into like a story that, you know, over time, like a progression over time. That's where I think I'm going, just knowing sort of Dimash and kind of his style, right? Very cool, like love at first sight from school days, and protecting, even though you might not be as physically strong as, you know, the bullies that try to bully you, but standing up and standing for the things that you love either way, right, is beautiful. It's a beautiful part of the story. But that, just his vocal run when he goes into that, it's an escalation of the voice, which kind of gives you the escalation of the story. Does that make any sense, right? It's just literally, it just connects to that story, because it's literally like he's building up to something, but in his voice and in the actual, literally the music video itself, right? And I think that's where I got such a hard sort of emotional reaction to it straight off the bat, which he's so good at doing.
But how my arms are aching to embrace you, to gather you inside them and erase all that.
Exactly. I saw this as a
Our sun hasn't set. I believe love's not over yet.
Yo, pregnant already. Dimash doesn't fuck around, people. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Literally put a finger in it. Got her laced inside of a day. So on the same set, got her pregnant. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Let's go. This is pretty though.
Give me your hand and I'll never let go. Words that I should have confessed long ago. I love you forever until my dying breath. I'll never be afraid to let it show. Each time I close my eyes, I see you here with me. I will give it all to hold you near to me, yet you're always just beyond my reach. But how my arms are hanging tight, together you inside them and them.
Stop, bro. Stop. Oh, God. I wasn't ready for this today. I wasn't ready for Dimash like this today. Oh, my gosh. I love that. I love, literally, this is the truth and the pain of family. It's the pain of, you know, literally giving everything for your family, right? That's really the true value. Is I think to a certain extent, men are not here to be happy. Men are here for a purpose. They're here to build a family. They're here to look after and protect the family. And that comes with a lot of pain. But with that pain comes a lot of value, because you're protecting something that is utterly it's invaluable. You literally cannot replace that with anything. I love the fact that he's sort of playing a character like he's in construction, in terms of like he's all about building something. He's all about building. He's building a relationship, building a family, building skyscrapers, whatever else, but it's all about building and building and building, right? Everything's got this notion of literally starting from the ground and building something fundamentally from the foundation up, right? And the whole movie falls within that. So the whole music video falls within that sort of theme, which I think is absolutely beautiful. But with that comes a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifice, sitting in a hotel room, being away from his family. He's doing this for his family, but being away from his family is very painful. But he's building something in order to bring home, to build something else. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is absolutely beautiful and a great little tie-in over here. I don't know where he's going with him being inside of a plane and the plane being empty, and I hope it doesn't sort of allude to something tragic. I fucking hate planes. I love planes at the same time, but I hate them as well. But I don't know, I've got an irrational fear of them, just since one sort of event. I never used to be afraid of planes, but I had this one. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go.
Gather you inside them at the race, all their hurt, their regret, for some hearts sincere. I believe love's not over yet. Will this be your story ending?
No.
Or is it a new beginning?
Sorry, I'm pausing. I'm not liking this whole plane thing. I'm not liking this whole plane thing. This plane thing's pissing me off.
I could be your prince, your hero, your romance. You hold our destiny inside your head.
I knew that was coming. Love it when they literally tell you to put on the oxygen mask and to breathe normally. You know, like George Carlin once said, it's like, yeah, sure, I'll breathe normally. I'll also shit normally. If I'm in like a literal fucking plummet. This over here. I knew it was too beautiful. He was in a plane and it was all sort of smoky and dark, and we were gonna go into this tragedy. Get up, just the pilots must just pull this fucking thing out of it. Come on, they can do it.
I will give it all to hold you near to me.
Sorry, let me just take it back so we can build up again.
Each time I close my eyes, I see you here with me. I will give it all to hold you near to me. You always just beyond my reach. But for my arms, I get to embrace you together. You inside the material. I believe love's not over.
This isn't gonna end well. Ah, don't brace for it. Look how you hold that notes. When Dimash does these fucking stories, excuse my language, it is just mind-blowing. When Dimash does these stories, it's crazy. The way he captured that tragedy, the way he captured the emotion of that, at the end there was unbelievable. And I told you, he does this with his voice, like literally just his vocal control plays into the theatrical element of it all. It is insane how talented this dude is in doing something like that. Also, another little tidbit that I wanted to actually add into here. I love the fact that he added that teddy bear into the video itself. You might seem like it's just some little element, you know, like a child would hold onto a teddy bear, but that teddy bear represents a lot, right? It represents security. It represents that was something from the parents, right? Where it's something that it's a comforting thing, right? And you always see it when you see a teddy bear with a child or a teddy bear on its own. It always speaks to the innocence of a child, but very often when it's not connected to that child, it speaks to the tragedy of a child that was once there. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is absolutely incredible to sort of capture those moments. It's just very good storytelling and using those elements to sort of elevate the story. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. It's sad, but it's often attached to tragedy when you just see a teddy bear on its own in this sort of dark, ominous place. It's because something pure and innocent was lost, that was attached to something that was supposed to resemble a level of comfort and a level of safety, because they hold onto it like that. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I can't wait for part 2. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.